God, this woman is screaming for a makeover. I'm her only hope.
Shopping sprees, upbeat soundtracks, and the discovery that an actress was always beautiful beneath those glasses. The makeover is one of our most enduring movie tropes.
I'm gonna take this, and give you
a princess.
On screen, transforming a character's appearance is often about changing their lives, but the makeover is also steeped in harmful expectations about how we should be presenting ourselves. By breaking down what these movie makeovers have in common, we get a better picture of when they help and when they hurt. At its core, the makeover is about metamorphosis. It's a visual change that represents some kind of turning point for a character.
Hey, this really burns.
You should rinse. Oh God, I look so good.
While there are lots of variations to the makeover, they're mired in traditional beauty standards, which places limits on who you can be.
I should read Gloria Steinem and take a ceramics class and grow my pit hair out, you know? It's like stuff like that.
No. What you need is a makeover.
Often a makeover is about the sublimated wish to change a character, implying there's something that needs correcting about the way they are.
Stop fidgeting. Get rid of your gum.
When they're based on wanting to fit in, makeovers risk suppressing whatever makes you unique.
This look, it just isn't you. It's not what's really great about you, Rachel. I actually like the way you usually dress. Sequin leg warmers and stuff.
Because makeovers are often initiated by an outside force, they rob the character of agency and the transformative power of changing their own style.
I can almost see the beauty that is locked away inside of you, hidden far, far below the surface where no one can see it.
I don't want to be beautiful, Abe.
In some cases, the makeover can actually end up changing who the person is inside, and the results aren't always pretty.
I had to pretend to be plastic. Buddy, you're not pretending anymore. You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
Here's our take on how the makeover can be both empowering and damaging, and why superficial changes alone can't always help our deeper issues.
Changing your outside isn't going to fix what's wrong inside. We're just covering up our problems.
If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified about all our new videos. This video is brought to you by Mubi, a curated streaming service showing exceptional films from around the globe. It's like your own personal film festival, streaming anytime, anywhere. On screen, choosing a new look tends to be deliberate. It's a visual shakeup that represents a character's development, usually as they become someone who's fully realized.
When walking in a crowd, one is under scrutiny all the time. So we don't slump like this.
On screen, the makeover usually has 3 common goals. The quintessential makeover is all about the desire to be more attractive.
I don't want to be beautiful in my own way. I want to look like these people.
Well, those aren't people, honey. Those are models.
It's been proven that being beautiful makes certain aspects of life easier, and the makeover trope has helped sell hot and trendy as a blanket solution for a lot of our problems.
Pull your hair up every once in a while. It would really open up your face. Because remember, people care about people who care about themselves.
The makeover preys on the universal insecurities of the audience. The character's look is unstylish and it doesn't conform to conventional beauty standards.
If Brooke Shields married the Groucho Marx, that child would have your eyebrows.
And that's why she doesn't get the kind of love and attention we all crave. Much like they are for us, those insecurities are influenced by external factors. Particularly with female characters, the world proves that there are consequences to being anything but a hot girl, and that performing femininity well offers plenty of perks. Attempts to change her style are sometimes an effort to please these hotter, cooler girls who may adopt her as a pet project.
I've got an idea. Let's do a makeover. No.
But her transformation isn't just for her female friends, it's most likely a way to make her worthy of attention from men.
An archaically superficial reflection of the male fantasy?
Well, guys like her.
Makeovers that aim for desirability cater to the male gaze, basing their success on whether a more mainstream beauty appeals to the men who might have overlooked her otherwise.
I can see your face.
Is that good or bad?
This idea has its roots in classic stories like George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, where men use the makeover as a tool to mold women into more ideal forms, as a way to micromanage every aspect of their behavior.
But she speaks it perfectly. Too perfectly.
Much of the makeover trope on screen echoes Pygmalion in some form or another, in story after story where a man sculpts a woman into someone others would find more acceptable, regardless of whether she's shown any interest in changing.
This may come as a shock to you, but I've never been in a beauty pageant before. I don't even own a dress. I don't even own a brush.
But if the classic glow-up is about taming a character, other makeovers are about bringing out their wild side. These transformations spark from a desire to be seen as edgy. But often, this style of makeover is seen as little more than a cry for help.
Dyeing my hair, the nose ring, my ironic tattoo of Ryan Seacrest. But one thing I know, I'm never going back.
On screen, this sudden change is often a sign of emotional distress or even a deep self-loathing. Getting more hardcore is about burying that perceived weakness beneath a tough leather jacket or a dramatic haircut.
Doesn't matter if you're a loser, or a nerd, or a freak. All that matters is that you become badass.
A subset of the edgy makeover sees a purer, more virginal character deciding to become more sexual.
In Greece, what did Sandy do to get Danny Zuko? She had to ditch the poodle skirt and slap on a catsuit.
In Greece, Sandy is so sexually inexperienced that the other girls make fun of her for it. Her sudden switch to a black leather-clad sex kitten, all to get the attention of her male love interest, comes out of nowhere.
Tell me about it, stud.
And it's so out of character that it feels dishonest. Olive in Easy A shows us the aftermath of that kind of performative sexy makeover. She embraces the colorful rumors about her sex life, at first enjoying the rush of power from a bad reputation.
We are officially over. Oh, rats.
But she soon realizes that, like it or not, other people's perceptions do affect how we see ourselves, and that wanting to be seen as edgy or sexy can cause us to question who we really are.
Everybody thinks I'm a whore. And for the first time, I'm starting to believe it.
The last goal of the makeover reflects the desire to be more capable. We see this play out in training montages, where characters put themselves through pummeling workouts to get tougher.
Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
But uniquely, these kinds of makeovers aren't always about physical appearance. We also find this goal in characters who work to become smarter, more refined, or to be seen as higher class.
I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of standing at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. But they won't take me unless I can talk more genteel.
Sometimes the character's goal is as simple and relatable as wanting others to treat them with respect.
All people see when they look at me is blonde hair and big boobs. No one's ever gonna take me seriously.
The impact of appearance on power applies to everyone, but even the expectations for powerful women are still based in femininity. We've become used to the comic trope of the female cop or spy being taught in movies to act like a proper woman for her undercover assignment.
I've taken a woman without a discernible smidgen of estrogen and transformed her into a lady.
This character is almost always exceptionally skilled at her job, yet she's still a joke because she's being a woman incorrectly.
Go to Nate's storage cupboard and you're going to find a sexy little mini dress and my emergency Jimmy Choos.
Jimmy who? You have a body in Nate's closet?
Her more feminine makeover is portrayed as necessary for her to be truly effective, even as it puts her right back in her place as an accessory to a man.
My woman would never wear anything like that.
Many of these on-screen makeovers rely on social inequities, sexism, classism, and cultural expectations we accept but don't actually like, if we're being honest.
I hate dieting. I hate it so much. I hate this worm inside of me.
A movie makeover is life-changing, but it often changes into something dictated by someone else's shallow terms.
People may care about people who care about themselves, but I just don't really care about those people.
There's nothing inherently wrong with changing up a look. So what is it about the movie Makeover that allows it to draw on all our worst insecurities?
I used to feel good about myself. And then I met you.
As we've seen, many movie makeovers are orchestrated by outsiders.
You have such pretty eyes, don't hide them. And these hips are so cute. And this tiny little waist.
But even when the change is self-motivated, the societally imposed standards of a makeover don't leave much room for agency.
She and I are gonna get makeovers at that spa.
Makeovers? They sure have us programmed right. I am a female pleasure unit. I require a new coat of paint.
We can recognize that many of our methods of so-called self-care are primarily ways to make ourselves more consumable.
Wear 6-inch heels just for yourself.
If it's just for myself, shouldn't I be comfortable?
No.
We run into a problem of consumer feminism when we seek empowerment by spending, which includes a lot of the purchases designed to make us feel more attractive. It might give us a brief confidence boost, but we don't actually gain much personal fulfillment by orienting our lives around what others see.
Get a tattoo of the infinity sign on your lower back, just for yourself.
But I can't see my lower back.
In The Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen's experience with being waxed and dehumanized by a makeover team reflects just how the people of the capital see her as a symbol, a doll for the elite to entertain themselves with.
We're just saying we might need to hose you down again before we take you to Cinna.
And many of the makeovers on America's Next Top Model end in full-blown meltdowns as models are forced to yield total control of themselves to the fashion industry.
It wasn't just cutting an inch and a half of hair for me. It was the last straw in them completely trying to change who I was.
The makeover doesn't just subjugate you to someone else's ideals, it can interfere with personal expression, turning us into someone we're not.
You can pay me back later for the makeover.
This is particularly true when it comes to gender expression. We often see the trope of the tomboy who's forced to put on a dress, rarely happy to be coerced into displaying the kind of stereotypical femininity she's rejected.
I like the way I dressed you, but I'm worried I f***ed with your gender expression. I felt a little stupid, so.
We do grow in and out of styles, but in addition to this being a choice, it also takes time. One of the makeover's most damaging lies is the promise of the quick fix. Rom-coms and fairy godmothers would have us believe that the only thing keeping us from living our best life is a new outfit. But regrettably, the makeover's not magic. When we pin such high hopes on changing our appearance, we only end up disappointed that it doesn't change what we really wanted.
You may have lost those glasses and that ponytail thing you do, but to everyone that matters, you're still a loser.
We don't achieve truly monumental, lasting change from the outside in.
If you want to change your life, change your life. It's not going to happen in here.
The only thing more damaging than the makeover that doesn't actually improve yourself is one that just makes you worse.
You know what? It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something. What?
Oh no, she did not.
We see this expressed in characters who turn shallow, cruel, and altogether not themselves because of the ego boost they've received from their new appearance.
You're a virgin who can't drive. Oh, that was way harsh, Ty.
On Cobra Kai, the geeky Eli's transformation into the tattooed Hawk leaves him with a look that definitely matches his need to seem tougher.
Nice hair. What is this, your Red Hulk phase?
But becoming a newly minted badass after years of being bullied is a big jump, and Eli's all too willing to push around his former friends at the first opportunity.
You'd actually hurt me?
For Eli and all the other characters who lash out at their friends once they gain a little social cash, it comes from a place of fear. They were doomed to be stuck at the bottom once before.
I'm a freak! I'm never gonna have any other friends besides Dimitri.
And knowing how superficial their change truly is, they know there's no guarantee it won't happen again. Just about every makeover is only skin deep, and it won't magically erase any feelings we've already internalized about ourselves, but even psychology backs up that a change in our appearance can be a natural way of coping with trauma or life dissatisfaction.
Nothing's wrong. Why do you think something's wrong?
Because every time something's wrong, you want to change your hair.
When those cosmetic changes won't do the trick, however, the makeover can end up emphasizing that some of our problems are too deep for a haircut or shopping spree to solve. with all its empty promises, the makeover can be a positive influence. We just have to change the way we think about it.
Now, what the young ladies in this grade need is an attitude makeover.
One of the most powerful lessons of the makeover trope is, ironically, the power that comes from refusing it. Characters who are truly comfortable in their own skin reject any and all notion of switching up their look. Like Jules in Bend It Like Beckham, who commits to an androgynous athletic style even as her mother constantly finds reasons to berate her for it.
No boy's gonna want to go out with a girl who's got bigger muscles than him.
A makeover can also offer the affirmation that often we are happier and more fulfilled by pursuing our own unique sense of style. In Legally Blonde, Elle Wood's return to pink after adopting more reserved black outfits marks an important moment of self-acceptance. Significantly, Elle's reverse makeover coincides with her climactic bid to prove herself in the courtroom. As the film's costume designer Sophie Durakoff explained, she needed to be her most true self at this moment. Not everyone finds their true self as easily as Elle Wood's, and makeovers can help a character find it by connecting their appearance to how the character really feels inside. In 13 Going on 30, after 13-year-old Jenna Rink wakes up in her 30-year-old life, we see her abandoning the chic city fashion of her adult self in favor of vibrant, youthful pieces that better reflect her charming immaturity.
I like your dress. It's because I've got these incredible boobs to fill it out.
Fashion doesn't come naturally to everyone either. Some girls just aren't well versed in the ways of the wardrobe.
I'm not trendy girl, okay? I don't haunt the boutiques hoping to find that one fabulous little top. I study, and I think about studying, and then I study some more.
In the right context, a makeover, especially from someone who's well-meaning, supportive, and patient, can help you see yourself in a totally new light.
Okay, well, if you think it looks okay, I believe the word amazing was used, then I'll wear it. Thanks.
The search for a truly affirming makeover proves that style is unpredictable and incredibly personal. What fits like a glove to one person can feel like the end of the world to another. After a revelation about her sexuality, traditionally feminine Jenny Schechter on The L Word obsesses over how to look the part of her new life.
They have these haircuts. These very cool haircuts. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's obviously more than a haircut.
When she cuts most of her hair off, it's a cathartic moment. She's not following a stereotype blindly, but rather embracing a style choice to catch the attention of other people like her, and it's invigorating for her to feel seen by others the way she sees herself.
What?
You just got cruised.
Do you think she was looking at me?
Oh yeah, broad daylight too.
I love my haircut.
But for Jo March, whose style skews especially masculine in the 2019 version of Little Women, a short haircut is devastating.
What is it? Is it father? No. It's my hair.
It distances her even further from a femininity that already alienates her, surrounded by sisters who seem much more attuned to it.
I would feel the same way. I know you would.
Because we can't always know what a character is really thinking, it can be hard to tell which changes are helping and which are hurting. The Breakfast Club sanitizes the outcast Allison in a way that seems like it robs her of agency.
You know, you really do look a lot better without all that black shit on your eyes. Hey, I like that black shit.
But it's possible to read between the lines and see this as a pivotal moment for Allison, even if there was nothing wrong with her original look. The makeover scene marks the first time we see Allison welcome healthy attention from the people around her, rather than acting out to get noticed.
Oh, Leaves. Why are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me?
The quick turnaround is what makes it harder to say whether it's truly meaningful. The gradual makeover tends to be more telling, not to mention realistic. Over the course of The Office, we see Pam Beesly undergo this more authentic kind of development. When the show starts, her style is unassuming. She doesn't seem to believe she's worthy of standing out, and dressing up seems like an unnecessary luxury.
But I'm gonna keep the clothes. I mean, it'll just be cool to have some after-work clothes that aren't pajamas.
But when she starts dating Jim, she slowly begins to change her look, putting more effort into her appearance as her self-esteem improves, so gradually that we may not even notice.
Why aren't there any beans on this very old frizzy-haired picture of me?
This kind of makeover feels more sustainable and tied to an overall growth in her character. While the makeover is largely characterized as about looks, the most impactful change we can make is on the inside. Cher Horowitz is anything but clueless when it comes to her clothes. She's defined by her style, arguably to a fault.
I have direction.
Yeah, towards the mall.
With her zeal for makeovers and matchmaking, Cher sees herself as largely benevolent, but her passions are really an excuse to exert control over other people.
Cher's main thrill in life is a makeover, okay? It gives her a sense of control in a world full of chaos.
She begins to grow once she finally recognizes that what she most wants to renovate is herself, and that those changes have to go much deeper than her closet.
I decided I needed a complete makeover. Except this time, I make over my soul.
Though we hate to admit it, it's inevitable that appearance plays a big role in how others see us, so it also informs how we understand ourselves.
Hair is everything. We wish it wasn't, so we can actually think about something else occasionally, but it is. It's the difference between a good day and a bad day.
We may not be able to separate ourselves entirely from the social elements of the makeover, but it's important to remember that we still have style to express ourselves in ways that words may not be suited to.
I love wearing champagne bubbles. I get to express a whole different side of myself. Because even though I'm painfully shy and obsessed with death, I'm a really effervescent person.
We just have to counter that with the understanding that true transformation isn't always physical, and that those beautiful people on magazine covers don't necessarily get the most out of life. It's people content with themselves who do.
Real women who are smart and pretty and happy to be who they are, these are the women to look up to.
Hi everyone, I'm Susanna.
I'm Deborah, and we're the creators of The Take.
Please subscribe and tell us what you want our take on next.
This video is brought to you by Mubi, a streaming service we love. Mubi is a treasure trove of films. Every day, Mubi premieres a new film. Whether it's a movie you've been dying to see or one you've never heard of before, there is always something new to discover. So in this world where it's very easy to spend hours debating what you should watch, Mubi is like having a really cool friend with amazing taste in movies, making it so much easier for you. They feature hard-to-come-by masterpieces, indie festival darlings, influential art house and foreign films, lesser-known films by your favorite famous directors, and more. Plus, you can even download the films to watch offline, and there are no ads, ever. This month, Mubi presents the world premiere of Tripping with Nils Fromm. The musical documentary captures a series of Fromm's mesmerizing live performances at the iconic Funkhaus Berlin as part of his sold-out worldwide all-melody tour. We can't recommend Mubi highly enough. You can try it out now for free for a whole month. Just click the link in the description below.